They can see you eating your jalapeno chips. Happy Friday, folks. It's a very exciting evening for me. I will be doing nothing but household things because I'm way far behind. But I just did a mini grocery haul. Peak week starts tomorrow, and peak week is the start of the 7 days prior to competition day. And lots of things go on. So my meals are going to be even more boring and plain. I have stripped my body from BCAAs, so branched chain amino acids, pre-workouts, intra-workouts, all the stuff. Usually my counter is laden with, and my son can confirm, lots of containers of my supplement powders and things. My counter usually looks like a supplement shop. But I put everything away. I'm just down to plain water. I'm also taking out all artificial sweeteners in every sense of the word. So things like gums and mints and things that I was just, randomly popping in my mouth, they lead to bloating. Things in my waters, sugar-free syrup, sugar-free creamer, diet soda, all those things I'm pulling out of my diet. And it wasn't really like it was in abundance that I was using, but definitely during the last few weeks of prep, they become like a crutch because, food calories are low and energy expenditure is high. So it keeps my mouth busy and my mind distracted. So first I'm going to talk about coffee because some of these hacks are really great if you find that you are dumping a lot of heavy cream, or you're using tons of creamer in your coffee, or you're using regular sugar or agave or things like that. While agave and honey are technically healthier for you, when we are tracking macros, those things still contain calories, so they add up really, really fast. Especially if you're consuming lots of coffee, those calories will add up really, really quick. So today I have a couple things which I'm actually really loving. They don't taste like I'm in prep. I finally found the perfect combination of things that work for coffee. I did get a couple bags of coffee from Sprouts. This is like a decaf vanilla hazelnut or something like that. I will drink coffee throughout the day. I won't go crazy, but I'll have a couple cups after I have one caffeinated cup. And this was sea salt caramel, and it smells absolutely amazing. Smells amazing. Okay, so there's my coffee. I used these my last prep and I totally freaking forgot about them. They're amazing, and I've been using them in my coffee, in my protein pancakes, on my oatmeal, and they're these Better Stevia brand French vanilla. I went to Sprouts just now. You cannot find them at Sprouts. You have to get them on Amazon, unfortunately. So I bought them, I bought two instead of one because I bought one last week and I'm already halfway through it. If I'm feeling frisky, I will do these nut pods, which they come in caramel, vanilla, hazelnut. They have a pumpkin one out now. And I think that's it. Oh, they have a mocha as well. You can also get these on Amazon as well. They have them at Sprouts. They're kind of hard to find in Save Marts and things. Just depends on the ones you go to. But measure it out. And I usually do 30 mLs, which is 2 tablespoons in my coffees. As far as water goes, I have a few hacks that I'll use this week just to keep things exciting, if you will. If you've never seen these hint waters, they are really, really good. They kind of have a little hint of sweetness. It depends on the flavor, but they're traditionally, they're not sweetened. So they have nothing in them except flavoring of, this one is crisp apple. I've got blackberry, there's mango, watermelon, cherry, and pineapple. Pineapple's my favorite. So if you guys are trying to increase your water consumption and you're struggling, especially around the winter time, and plain water is just snorefest, try adding one of these into your regular water, or just sipping on these, buying a case of these at Sprouts, which you can probably get them on Amazon, I bet you, in a case. Another thing I'm doing for water hacks is I found these two. This is a blueberry tea bag, and this is watermelon lime. And I haven't seen this one, so I know I get excited over random shit, but this is exciting for me to try. I will throw this into one of my water containers. It will flavor your water. Now, if you have a hard time just drinking plain tea, completely unsweetened, throw in a packet of stevia in there too, and you've just made yourself a little tea drink. So, and that will count towards your water consumption. Also, I always have a bag of lemons because I use them on everything. In the morning in a glass of water, over my fish. My son uses them in his food, so as he sits there and eats his jalapeno chips. He cleaned the whole house for me, so that was his little treat. Because there is no junk food in this house, is there, child? Is there junk food in this house?
No, never.
Cooking oil, what you cook your foods in. So I've had competitors in the past that struggled. They were like, I'm not losing weight, you know, I'm doing everything. And I knew that they were on point with their stuff because that was just their behavior. And I knew that they were abiding by their macros and things. And what I found out later on is that they were cooking all of their food in olive oil because they were like, oh, but it's healthy for you. So they were taking, actually don't even have any. They were taking their olive oil and just drizzling it in the pan and then cooking all their food in that. Well, while it may seem negligible, like that's not a whole lot of oil in there, not a big deal, at the end of the day, it matters. So that adds up super fast. Fat is 9 calories per gram, whereas protein and carbs are 4. So fat will add up very, very fast. And typically you want that to be in your control so you can eat your fat and like enjoy it, like by way of almond butter or natural peanut butter or egg yolks or things like that, rather than just saturating a pan and not really getting much out of it. So I bought these. They're a little on the pricier side, and I typically will honestly cook all my foods in just some basic ass like cooking spray. But I was trying to get bougie, y'all, and I was like, oh, these look nice and fancy. So this one is Italian herb. Now, if you can see, the macros are 0. Now, if you bust out a container of avocado oil, that is not going to be the case with traditional avocado oil. It's going to be very high in fat. So this one is Italian herb. This one is chipotle. This one is garlic. And then I also just got a plain one for like my eggs when I want to make them for oatmeal and I don't want savory. So if you're doing like bulk cooking and veggies, you can also use this and spritz it over your veggies for a little bit of a flavor. Another thing, this is a bonus because I wasn't going to talk about this, but are these Flavor God Seasonings. And the reason why I like them, they're pretty prep friendly. Reason being, they are very low in sodium. So they have very minimal ingredients and they're really, really good. So I use these on all of my foods during prep, and then I have control over my sodium myself. I will add in my own salt or Himalayan sea salt. So this one I haven't been using too much of because I think there is some buttermilk in it, so I'm trying to avoid dairy. So this is the ranch flavoring. Okay, y'all, I don't know what it is about this prep, but I have been obsessed with ketchup. Don't know why, but I can't have ketchup this week. So I bought this Ketchup Seasoning. And let me tell you, I had it on my fish today. Sounds really weird and disgusting, but it was amazing. And then this one I put on my oatmeal, which is buttery cinnamon roll. And they have, like, you could go down the wormhole of Flavor God Seasonings and just be so overwhelmed that you just don't make a decision. Because that's what I do half the time on Amazon. I'm like, oh my God, there's so many flavors. I don't know what I want. They also have this one here, Taco Tuesday. So many different flavors. So you can use these to season your meats, your veggies, your oatmeal, all that stuff. So yeah, and then I do have this, which I don't know if you've ever had Topo Chico in your life, but if you like mineral water or seltzer waters, this shit is the bomb. And this is the twist of grapefruit.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
So there you have it, y'all. Just a quick impromptu video. I like to do these when I get home from the grocery store because I'm like thinking on the way home from the grocery store how this can help you in some certain way. Some of this might be a repeat for some of you. Some of these things are worth repeating over and over again because they're the basics and they work. So that's why you'll hear me talk about them all the time. If you're like, oh my gosh, she talks about this all the time, it's likely because it's a staple in my lifestyle and those that have had really great results and changes. So I keep talking about them. So hopefully they're helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about anything I shared here, or if you have another topic you'd like me to cover. I am here for you. All right, friends, I love you. Have a great weekend. Remember, don't eat like an asshole over the weekend. Make good choices. I sound like such a mom, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Okay, bye.